I welcome everyone to the channel Animal World. Can someone help me? A stray dog covered with lichen appeared on the porch of the school every day. Everyone was afraid to approach a sick dog, and only one of the teachers decided to help the poor guy. It turned out to be difficult, but for any efforts, a generous reward eventually comes. The sick dog was sitting at the door, as if asking for help. One morning, elementary school teacher Caleb Schaefer from Texas, as usual, came to work, noticed a dog at the main entrance of the school. The poor guy was in poor condition, but quickly wagged his tail at the sight of him. The man was in a hurry, so he immediately went into the building. But thoughts of this lovely creature did not leave him. When the teacher left school, he decided to check on the dog, but he was no longer there. "He was happy to see me," the teacher recalls. "I noticed what a terrible condition his skin was in. He was trembling all over and constantly itching." The next morning, a surprise awaited the teacher. The dog appeared on the school porch again. Mr. Schaefer even asked his students to keep an eye on the dog from the classroom. He was there for a while, but then he seemed to disappear. Fortunately, the next morning a faithful friend of the teacher once again met him at the door, and this time the man was fully armed. He talked to the dog and carefully transferred him to his car. There wasn't much time before the lesson started, and the man left the dog at home. His wife was looking after him. Unfortunately, Mr. Schaefer couldn't leave the dog because of the two dogs in the house. He took the day off to look after Clive and called dozens of shelters. At first, no one wanted to take it, and others had no seats. At the shelter where Clive ended up, they were going to put him to sleep. Finally, a shelter was found. It was not an ideal place, but Mr. Schaefer agreed to any conditions as long as the dog was helped. Clive was given primary care, but it wasn't enough. Schaefer took care of the dog himself. He published photos of Clive in charity groups and organized a fundraiser for his treatment. Time passed, no one needed a sick dog in the shelter, and they were going to put him to sleep. But a miracle happened. After seeing a video with a trembling Clive, one couple could not restrain themselves and decided to take him for themselves. At first, volunteers from the Lucky Lab Rescue Organization became interested in the dog, and they quickly found an overexposure for Clive. One couple watched a video with him and realized that they wanted to take the poor guy. "When we picked him up, this boy was so happy. We immediately realized that he was special," Clive's temporary parents say. After a good portion of love, affection and care, Clive blossomed. From a downtrodden, trembling poor man, Clive turned into an active, healthy dog. Even taking a dog for overexposure is already a good thing. We are sure that the most loving hosts will be found for Clive soon. Meanwhile, Mr. Schaefer does not stop telling the story of his four-legged friend to the students. A man's act is a good example of how to treat animals. And this story cannot but inspire. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel, click like so as not to miss a new video.